And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to I'm Mrs. Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by...
Hello.
He's Souls, and I'm the Rat of a Red Baron.
Yeah.
Is Massey here?
So, Massey was signed on when everybody signed on, but we haven't heard from him, so maybe he stepped away, so the Mass should be joining us at some point. We think Moxine will be tuning in, but we don't know, so we're just going to go with it for now.
Hell yes, brother.
Kendall's the Virginia Tech Hokie fan.
Hokie fan?
Yeah.
Hokie fan, huh?
New to the school. What's that?
Yeah? I said, I'm assuming Kyle's not consuming a bev.
Not tonight. I'm pretty tired.
So, Reader, what are you drinking?
Well, I am really classing it up. I have from my never-ending collection of connoisseur media wines, I'm having from San Giuseppe, Cool Sweet Red.
Gross.
Oh yeah.
I'm having a Hawaiian punch.
One of the small bottles from your dad's house?
Yeah.
I am drinking from the Goose Island Bourbon County brand, the Backyard Stout, which is a stout aged in bourbon barrel, a stout aged in bourbon barrels with mulberries, boysenberries, and marionberries.
We are the Backyardigans.
Coming, jumping, chiming, da 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 da.
For those who had the Backyardigans on your bingo card, congrats.
With Kyle, it's always a possibility.
Right.
Normally, though, when I think animated song Kyle's going to sing, I immediately go to My Shiny Teeth That Sparkle.
Shiny teeth that sparkle, just like the stars in space.
Toast of Excellence? Yeah, anybody?
My toast of excellence is to the Connecticut Huskies for being number one still.
All right.
I have nothing.
I just saw this. Mine was just a moment of at the end of the Lions game. Dan Campbell walked out with Teddy Bridgewater. They kind of like had his arm around him because I guess Bridgewater's retiring, and kind of like a odd career for him. Unfortunately, injuries impacted what looked to be a very promising start for him, and then he kind of bounced around. But it looks like he's hanging it up. So, hats off to you.
Ed.
Thank you.
I'd like to toast to the pettiness of watching two former Bears retire. Get beat in the playoffs. Welcome. But I would also like to toast. This is just like a weird partnership that you would never expect, but like good for her. Kristen Tatar, who is like the best female professional disc golfer in the world. She's an Estonian descended woman.
Mm-hmm.
But she's become so big in Europe for being because disc golf is pretty big over in Europe. She's become so big in Europe and become such a face of the sport that she just signed a partnership with Porsche. And she's going to get like a Porsche to drive to all the disc golf tournaments in the United States.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and she's got a Porsche with her name on it. Which is pretty good.
Man, wish I was just good at something.
Well, you could get a Porsche for being the best at being bad at most things.
I'm gonna write a letter.
You
I'm
should.
gonna get that Porsche. Damn it.
Kyle, you think you can get it?
Yeah, I got it. The Twins just traded Jorge Polanco
Nice.
to the Mariners.
Oh, I also have another toast of excellence.
Okay.
Yes, sorry. I was...
My other toast of excellence is to every single male on Facebook that is sharing an image of Taylor Swift related things from this and complaining about them. Because I mean, you're giving everybody what they want by putting more Taylor Swift. Like you're the problem now. Like I mean, I personally don't have a problem with how much they show her. I don't really care.
Well, it's just that thing. Like, yeah, initially I was, fairly annoyed, but like life goes on. Like, and I just don't understand. Maybe it's just like the it thing to do now is complain about Taylor Swift being at football games.
I know. It's like, what the hell?
Oh, I have another toast.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Toast of excellence to Ben Simmons for actually playing a game.
Oh, did he?
He's playing tonight, yeah.
Did he tear his ACL yet?
Don't worry, he'll hurt his back in about 30 minutes.
Shit.
He sat down on the bench wrong. Out.
So funny. So yeah, there we go. So I mean, would you guys want to touch on what happened over the weekend at all,
I mean, just
or in the last week?
just quick hit, I guess.
Well, let's do a quick hit on some of the major stuff and some sports. So we'll let Kendall take the reins on the football games. Kyle, you want to just do a brief touch on any baseball relevant baseball knowledge?
Sure.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, and I'll touch on basketball. So Kendall, lead the way. Not that football is better than the other two sports. It steals the spotlight this time of year.
Yeah. Conference championships this past Sunday. The AFC was Chiefs versus the Ravens in Baltimore. I think despite what everyone kind of thought, it was a more low-scoring affair. A lot of the announcers were, when they're doing the game predictions, had a lot of upper 20s, low 30s, and it definitely wasn't that way. Chiefs were kind of in control of offensively in the first half. Travis Kelce had a career resurgence, catching like 11 balls for 100 yards and a touchdown. Ravens were kind of just out of sorts. I don't know if the Chiefs defense had just like a spy on Lamar the whole game or what, but I feel like Jackson scrambled a lot just to take a lot of sacks, threw kind of one horrendous pick into triple coverage. At that point, I think they were just kind of forcing the ball. It's just a very odd game plan for a team that was fairly dominant all year long, and it's like kind of not showing up in the big spotlight. I don't really know what the answer was. I guess in summary, the weak sides of Baltimore's game were the lack of a real number one receiver still, and I think just the Chiefs being used to the big moment, I guess, would be my guess. And and in the NFC, which I think was the more exciting game, Lions at San Francisco. Lions jumped out to a 14-0 lead. They were firing on all cylinders. Really had the game plan together. Then just there was this momentum shift that happened where Lions go for it on a fourth down, don't get it. 49ers battle back with a real circus catch by Ayuk that results in a touchdown later. Turnover on the following possession for the Lions, short field for San Francisco. They score, and then basically that's your flipping of the script right there. And San Francisco was kind of in control the rest of the way out. Lions touchdown late kind of pulled them within a score. The big talking point for everyone is Dan Campbell choosing to go for it on fourth down late in the game rather than kick the field goal. personally, I have no issue with it because that's just the way they've played all year. But from my perspective, we talk about this stuff all the time. I tend to be a more conservative, traditional guy. I personally would have kicked the field goal there, but there's no guarantees. It's not to say they kick the field goal, you don't get an onside kick or whatever, San Francisco goes down and score anyway. I don't think it's that big a deal. It's something for people to talk about. But then, yeah, that's it.
I mean, I think the narrative is that the Ravens offensive coordinator lost in that game. I think that the best thing he could have done in that game was not show up, because the defense really, they stifled the Chiefs in the second half. They didn't score any points. They punted 6 times. And they kept trying to come up with just stupid shit. And then the other thing is, it's just Lamar is just not that guy in the playoffs. Maybe not. I mean, maybe he can be one day, but as of now, he's just not. He was trying to pass and not run, and he was passing up open lanes to run the ball, and that was we've all said it in conversation, and it's been said by analysis. Like, the Ravens always, when they are playing really, really good football for an extended period of time, the blow up is ugly. And the way the season ended, you knew it was going to happen in the playoffs, because they couldn't have contained it for 6 straight regular season games and then 3 postseason games. There was just no way. And when it imploded, it imploded. It is what it is. Patrick Mahomes went out there and he saw, our defense is playing good. They're not doing anything on offense. I don't need to do anything miraculous. I'm just going to keep hitting Kelsey and not turn the ball over and win the game.
Yeah.
The San Fran thing, I was just really, I've just been really annoyed about everybody blaming Dan Campbell, because the aggressiveness, maybe cost them the game one way or another, but in the other way, I don't think so, because that's what got them to the Super Bowl, or to the NFC Championship game in the first place. It's not Dan Campbell's fault that Jahmyr Gibbs ran on the wrong side of Jared Goff and had a botched the handoff and fumbled it on the first play of that drive. Because realistically, if he doesn't fumble there, I'm convinced that the Detroit Lions just go on a 7-minute drive down the field. It's not Dan Campbell's fault that Josh Reynolds had 2 crucial drops. It's not Dan Campbell's fault that Brandon Ayuk had a once-in-a-million catch. And on the flip side, even more, it's not. I don't think that the defense really should be given that much credit for the second half for the 49ers, because they didn't really do anything. I mean, they got a couple sacks, and they got 2 sacks, and they stripped Jahmyr Gibbs. But the Josh Reynolds drop, which would have been a first down, and the 4th down drop, the 49ers didn't do anything on that. They should have. The 49ers gave up 2 play extending drives.
Yeah.
Josh Reynolds just sucked. Like, the Niners didn't really do anything on defense. They weren't even on the field, because the Niners just kept going down the field and just scoring. So I don't know. I don't really give the defense that much credit, like everybody else is tending to give them.
No, I mean, they had a few gifts. That's kind of what it came down to.
Yeah. So. I mean, so we got a rematch of Super Bowl from 3-4 years ago.
I mean, in that regard, it is interesting, but like that's about it. I think as a rule goes, I think in this room anyway, I think there was a part of everyone that had an interest in seeing Detroit in the Super Bowl, and then I think just like for Kyle and myself, I guess you too, Paul. I mean, you don't really care for Baltimore, so
no, I don't. I think the story to it is just that it's kind of a reverse Super Bowl from last time. Now you have a much better, almost elite 49ers offense going up against the top 10 Chiefs defense, whereas that Super Bowl was an elite Chiefs offense going up against an elite Niners defense. Mm-hmm. So that's it. Yeah. So, Solzy, what do you got for baseball past week?
Well, Jorge Polanco just got traded.
Nice.
To the Seattle Mariners, second baseman. He's good.
Yeah.
Rhys Hoskins signed with the Brewers. Sad day.
Well, it's a sad day. I mean, but at the same time, like I was talking to your dad about it, and it's just like for everybody wondering why like a team like the Phillies, who have been contending and had Rhys Hoskins was like a part of that for the past couple of years, it's because of Bryce Harper's injury. He has nowhere to go. There's nowhere for Rhys Hoskins to play.
I get it.
No. I know you get it. I'm just saying it for like the fan standpoint. Like there's nowhere for Rhys to play. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Yep,
Sorry.
no problem.
Yo.
Ooh, Machine in the house.
Yeah.
Real quick, since we're kind of underway, are you drinking anything, and do you have a toast?
Not drinking. Mostly because I left it upstairs. And you know, the toast. What was already toasted?
Souls.
Tatar signing with Porsche. UConn being number 1 ranked, and Teddy Bridgewater hanging it up.
Did he really?
Well,
Damn.
What Kendall said.
Yeah, well, I saw the video of Dan Campbell and him walking, and the caption said that he was retiring. Now, I didn't really do any further research, so I could be wrong, but...
No, they said at the beginning of the year that he was going to.
Oh, okay.
Huh. As you should. The guy was fucking fucked up for like most of his career.
Yeah, I mean, he took that gruesome injury in Minnesota. And
Yeah. My toast is to CM Punk coming back, getting hurt. Now he's out.
WrestleMania 40 is shaping up to be a good one.
Waited 10 years. Comes back, hurt.
Happens.
Is Mass here?
So Mass was actually the first one on Discord, but has just been muted ever since.
Oh, dude's fapping.
Well, sure, maybe.
I
think he signed on sick and fell asleep.
Imagine like if that was his thing, like just listening to us talk.
Big Monday night goon sesh.
Oh, like that's his kink.
If he's just like, hey guys, just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I gotta step away.
All right, so Solzy, what else you got? The Rhys Hoskins thing. Yeah, I mean it's just.
Yeah, the writing was on the wall.
Yeah, there's nowhere for him to play. With Bryce Harper having to play first base, you can't put him in the outfield because he's a defensive liability, and you're not going to pay him to be a rotating DH because you can't put Schwarber in the outfield.
Yeah, but we will.
Well, probably.
So Aaron Hicks signed a 1-year deal with Anaheim today.
Kyle, you're missing the biggest signing.
I'm not there yet, Paul.
All right, my bad.
Josh Hader signed with the Rangers last week.
That's not it.
Kendall's boy, Carlos Carrasco, got a minor league deal with the Guardians.
Yeah, you go fart in a bag in Cleveland.
Hector Neris signed with the Cubs. The Athletics got their ace in Alex Wood. Just sad.
Come on, Kyle. Say the big news.
Mets signed Adam Ottavino.
1-year deal, baby.
Joey Gallo went to the Nationals.
There it is.
I tell you, it was really funny when you told your dad that the other day, Kyle.
Yeah,
he's like, "Hey, Dad," Joey, but he's like, "Hey, Joey Gallo signed with the Nationals," and Bob was going to go, "Who gives a fuck?"
Hey, that guy's gonna bat 152 with 32 home runs.
The Rangers also signed David Robertson.
I can't believe that guy's still in the league.
He's still productive, except with the Marlins.
But he's been around forever.
Yeah. If only he went to the Cardinals.
Oh, that could be our guy.
Or the Pirates.
Yeah, we're still waiting in our friend group to have one player who's played for all our teams so we can get matching jerseys.
The closest we've gotten so far is BW Webb. And I think that was actually we would have to revisit it because I think the team that was missing, it may have been the Saints.
No, he played for the Saints.
Oh, so then he didn't play for the Rams. Then I knew it was one of those two.
Diamondback signed Jock Peterson. That's really the big names because they're just being assholes right now and just won't sign anywhere. Even though pitchers and catchers are in fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's strange that there's still like big name kind of guys out there. And
Dude,
like you said, they report in 12 days.
Hey,
Most of the big names are out there.
for the well, there's Blake Snell who thinks he's going to get the world's contract because he's won a couple Cy Youngs but can't pitch out of the fifth inning.
Cody Bellinger's scary.
Blake Snell's the only pitcher in MLB history to have more Cy Youngs than complete games.
Huh.
Is that real?
He has no complete games in his career.
That's hilarious.
He's never gotten past the seventh inning.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hey, for the jersey thing, does it count if they only were on the practice squad and never like actually played like they were never a part of the regular season roster?
I feel like that has to count.
I was just curious because if it didn't count, then BW Webb was not a Bear.
I mean,
Was he only on the practice squad?
Yeah, BW Webb was never on a season roster for us.
Did he get a jersey?
No, he got a penny.
so
He got a Rashad Penny.
Our current like active guy who has a chance is Allen Robinson, right?
Yeah, he has to play for the Giants and the Saints.
Well,
Are we still counting the Saints?
Well,
Yes, we're counting the Saints.
I mean, the thing is like I think he's got to play for the Texans too because Kendall's not really a real Steelers fan.
Now hold on.
How many Steelers games did you watch with Kyle this year?
They
Zero.
were bye week. Never mind.
Yeah, but how many Texans games did you watch with Mike K? 14.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah, we went to that big Texans bar in Wallingford. Have you guys ever been there?
And then the only other real like sports thing, like it's just that it's kind of been looked over just because like this time of year with like the NFL playoffs being what they are and whatnot. It's been a real it's been a real interesting fucking couple weeks in basketball because fucking you got 4 guys breaking 70 fucking points.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's kind of funny.
Not that hard.
Or sorry, you have 2 guys breaking 70 points, and then you had what? You had Karl Anthony Towns put up 62, and then in the same night, so it was Joel Embiid can't get the break. Joel Embiid goes out, breaks the record for most points in the first. Then immediately that's broken by Karl Anthony Towns the same night.
That was last Monday.
Joel Embiid gets the best of the situation by putting up 70 and winning, whereas Cat put up 62 and lost. But then just 5 days later, Luka Doncic goes, I can score 70 points, and then goes out and not only scores 73 points, but almost puts up a triple-double in the fucking process.
Guy's just insane.
He's very good. And the thing is, this is going to get. I think any real true NBA fan would understand this and would really appreciate it. Whereas the casual would just get offended. As much as I love Kobe Bryant, the 73-point game by Luka Doncic is the greatest individual performance in an NBA game in the last 60 years.
Yeah,
because he put up 73 points. Now, granted, he put up 8 less points than Kobe, but he shot extremely efficiently from the floor, whereas Kobe took about 1 billion shots. And Luka had 10 rebounds and 7 assists as well. So you figure, even if all of his assists were only worth 2 points, he was responsible for 87 points that night.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good. But he's one of those guys that's like weird. I feel like because he plays for the Mavericks, like he's never gonna win an MVP.
He might win this year.
Hasn't he climbed up in all-time points like in very short order?
They all have.
Yeah, this is the era of the NBA where defense is not it's just not a thing.
Because Embiid can only miss 5 more games to not win MVP, which I think he's going to miss more than 5 games.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Is just like MVPs don't mean anything anymore to these guys. It's just the NBA is just the NBA has no the NBA has become this that nobody cares about the regular season. The regular season is just an audition, especially now that they have these play-in games and shit.
Mm-hmm.
The regular season's a joke.
I saw, and I didn't know about that. Like the criteria to be considered for MVP had game minimum and all that.
It changed like this year.
Well, they've always had it though.
Yeah, but Embiid's knee's actually like pretty fucked. He's just been playing on it.
Yeah.
They just want to rest him as much as they can. They're playing the Blazers, so who cares?
So.
Yeah. Mock, anything happened to hockey this week?
Actually, it's funny you say that. I sent it in the group chat today. I found out that a guy that I've had a few classes with played like 10 years in the NHL.
It's pretty cool.
I know he played for the.
He was a Predator.
He was a Predator. I think he was a Oiler.
He was an Oiler at the end of his career. He's most known for being a Senator.
Yeah, Senator. That's what it was.
And he was drafted by the Coyotes.
But I mean, guy played I think it was 11 years. Made some cash.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because a guy that I work with, we've been taking a few of the same classes, and he's worked with him on a couple things. And he's like, yeah, he's in his mid-30s. He's got a few kids. He got laid off from work and is just doing a full course load thing. And I was like, man, how the hell is anyone able to afford doing that? And then we found out he played 10 years in the NHL.
Got laid off from work, let go from the hockey contract, similar things. Hey, honey, I got laid off from work, but I'm still guaranteed that $7 million, so don't worry.
So that was kind of cool.
Do you want your weird statistical fun fact of the week for sports?
Yes.
The stat you didn't need to know that you needed in your life.
Bring it up.
For the StatCast tracking system has added a new statistical category that it says will be completely ready by the end of the 2024 MLB season, in which you will be able to look up the stat for what the duration of a player's entire time running around the bases are after home runs. So the first person they did it with was Albert Pujols, and he spent his entire MLB career spent 5 hours and 12 minutes running around the bases after home runs. Which is kind of bananas to think about.
It's interesting. Well, I was taking genuine interest.
No. All right, so moving on from that, let's dive into... Does anybody want to discuss any of the Royal Rumble stuff?
Oh, I do.
That was another sporting event that happened this weekend.
I still didn't watch it.
Oh, souls.
Yeah, but Kyle, you know who won.
Yeah, I know what happened.
Yeah, so who cares?
I had to rewatch the men's Rumble about 3 times, and I still haven't seen the whole thing. Dude, I was so, I've been waiting for it, because the Royal Rumble is usually, at least the one pay-per-view I try to watch just because I like the match. The men's one starts, I don't know, I'm 10 in, and then I woke up to, the women's one, and I was like, fuck, because they were doing, the replay. So I rewind it, play it again, fall asleep again. God damn. So then I wake up again. Now it's because the pay-per-view ran kind of late. Now it's 1 in the morning, and I rewound it to where it was just the final 3. I was like, whatever. This is all. I just need to see who wins.
God, that's funny. I mean, overall, I liked the pay-per-view in full. Only 4 matches they did. The women's, they did
Yeah,
they did
the Fatal 4, the tag match, and oh no, not the
no,
tag. I'm sorry, Kevin Owens and Logan
yeah,
Paul.
the U.S. title match, and then the men's. And I don't know if it's just because now there's technically 2 rumbles that they know that they need to allot for a certain amount of time, that they don't want to overbook the show. That would be my guess. And like you said, Mark, it did run pretty late.
It ran late.
But all in all, I thought the pay-per-view was very good. The men's Royal Rumble, I think we've kind of got into this, not habit, but this expectation that, there's going to be like this big surprise or whatever. But there wasn't really one. And I think part of the reason is just the rosters are so full now. And there's so many like factions that, they have at least 4 guys, and they're all like integral parts. So I just feel like there's not room for like, oh, here comes X-Pac.
Which is kind of a bummer, because that used to be like the best part of the Royal Rumble. Is like
fun.
the one-off guys. When like Hacksaw Jim Duggan would come in for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Me and Paul were talking about this the other day. I think one of the most annoying things in wrestling right now is how it's treated almost like a NFL or MLB, where like everyone has like the insider scoop, and it kind of takes away from it. Like, we went into this one knowing more than likely it was going to come down to Rhodes and CM Punk, and like, I guess it was always somewhat predictable, but it's just a bummer when like, I don't want to know what's going to happen. I can have my, suspicions and whatnot, but I don't. It's like too. I don't even know like the word.
Yeah.
It's not too broadcast, but like, like there shouldn't be like inside reports on.
I know there's an oversaturation, and like I feed into it a little bit. Something comes across like a clickbait type article, and I'll read it. So I can't complain about it and then be the one like reading these articles. But I know exactly what you're saying. I guess the one lacking part from the men's Royal Rumble was, so they had McAfee, who was on commentary. They had him go in, but it was like him like looking at Omos, and he did this thing where he like jumped over the rope and then got back in and then just like eliminated himself. That was, I mean, it didn't really yield like that much of a funny moment for it to be worth it. So that was kind of like a waste of an entrant.
I tell you, I didn't even know Omos was still there.
Yeah, he's just, there to be a big turd. Because that guy just can't do anything.
I don't know, I just felt like it was going to be Cody Rhodes.
Which, I mean, I liked, because they said the stat. I don't remember. Who was the last guy to win back-to-back?
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. So, I mean, in that regard, I guess that's cool.
They also kept saying that like wrong, because I was like looking at the list of winners, and they kept saying that Stone Cold was the only one to do it. I was like, that's not true, and then they corrected it later on.
I just feel like he's kind of the only one that can take down Roman Reigns.
Well, the problem is they just they have too many top guys now.
Mm-hmm.
And they, let Roman Reigns run through all of them.
I tell you, I know I've ranted to you guys about him before. He is terrible.
He's good for that role.
But for what role?
Being the heel.
But again, like, I don't think he's a good heel. Like, it's. I think he's a heel just because people are tired of him. Like, the Bloodline thing was cool for a little while, and it was fun and whatever. But like, you have what, 2, now 3, because Seth Rollins is, you have like 3 titles that are held up by guys that aren't there. He wrestles like 4 or 5 times a year. It's
He's a
just,
Heyman guy. That's what they all do.
I think
that Punk didn't do that when he was with Heyman.
Brock Lesnar most definitely did.
Brock Lesnar did, yes, and that was boring too. You know, it was fun for a while when he was just running through, but again, like that got boring too. They've had the main title of the company held up for what, 3 years now.
And then Seth Rollins isn't his fault. He just got hurt.
No, I know, but again, he's out till WrestleMania. So for the next 4 months, that
But
belt's
like he was wrestling every week.
exactly, and that's fine. That's I mean more or less how it should be. It's just Roman. I think every match he's in, he's by far the most boring guy there.
See, I think my criticism, and I really liked the Bloodline. I've said it in the chat before. I do feel that, you know, it's time for this to kind of wrap up, and I think it will. My big criticism is that this Roman Reigns as, you know, the tribal chief and whatnot isn't vastly different than just his Shield character. Yeah. He kind of just like he lumbers around. You know, he's got a very slow, methodic move set, which is fine. He's a big guy, but it's just the matches are very telegraphed. Like I don't know.
He almost never does anything different.
Well, they're just. Well, I mean, I think that's a lot of champions, really. I mean, it really is. I mean,
John Cena was the same dude for 15 years.
But here's the thing, because Cena had the same character, but at least Cena would kind of do things different every once to do something that, like, he would throw a different move in every once in a while to just do something different, or be in.
I mean, really, other than adding that random submission, his moveset was kind of the same forever.
No. But yes, but what I'm saying is like there would be times, like there was a point in time where like he would randomly like do like Hurricane Ranas and shit, or come off like Reigns. I don't know. Every time I see him, it's just boring.
I think it's Reigns' fault though. I don't think it's his fault. I think it's the WWE's fault. They're booking him improperly now. Because if you go back and you look at his title reign, in 2021, he defended it at all 12 pay-per-views. In 2022, he defended it at 8 out of 12 pay-per-views. And then last year, they randomly only had to defend it 5 times.
Now,
he defended it 20 out of 24 times in 2 years. He wrestled at every pay-per-view almost. Except for in 2022, he didn't wrestle at the 2 Raw pay-per-views, and they didn't defend it at 2 other like Money in the Bank and something else. But in 2021, he defended it 12 out of 12 times. They just stopped booking him because they made him this like juggernaut that couldn't be beat, and no one's going to subscribe to see Kevin Owens trying a second time.
I will say this past year though, I think it was after WrestleMania, he did actually have a legitimate injury that they just worked into him.
Yeah, which that's that stuff happens.
It's more about the way that I think the WWE has handled him, because he wasn't boring in the beginning. Like, he was actually an entertaining heel in the beginning. And before the Bloodline thing really took off, when he was just kind of starting off as the tribal chief, before he fully formed the whole Bloodline thing, he was actually like entertaining, even if it was through Paul Heyman's mouth. Like, and he was keeping things interesting. Like that match that I don't know, Mock, if you ever watched it, because I don't know if you were really keeping up with it then. But Kendall, I know Kyle. I watched it with Kyle, and I'm assuming Kendall's sleeping with Vince McMahon. So, do you remember that fucking Kevin Owens match, the Last Man Standing one at the Royal Rumble in 2021?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that match was fucking insane when he fucking tried to pin him with a forklift, and like Roman Reigns is fucking driving a quad in the back. Like, they were doing cool stuff, and then they just the injury probably didn't help, but and I liked like they did certain things too, like they kept it as a heel with like back when like Roman Reigns beat Daniel Bryan because Seth Rollins interfered. Like that's such a good heel thing to do. But like then they just stopped booking them.
Yeah, I'm just it's time.
I mean, I do like what they did because this kind of sets up for because they fought last year. Now it's like that whole what was it, like Cena and Rock were back to back WrestleMania years. I'm pretty sure.
Was the Rock at Royal Rumble?
No, which I would have bet
No.
any amount of money that they would have made like some appearance, even like him just like standing in the back. But no.
He'll be at
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
I'm looking at it here. August 30th, 2020, Roman Reigns beats The Fiend and Braun Strowman in a triple threat match to become the Universal Champion. And then he defended it in September, October, November, December again on SmackDown, January, February, March, April again on SmackDown, May, June, July, August, skipped September, October, November again, December again. Didn't do it at the Royal Rumble in January. Faced Goldberg in 2022, February of 2022. Skipped March because there was no pay-per-view. They just had WrestleMania in early April.
Mm-hmm.
Then twice in June, July, September, then November, skipped December, and then they did January, February, WrestleMania, and then they didn't have him wrestle anybody again until SummerSlam, and then they didn't have him wrestle anybody again until November. It's, I don't know, it's very like bizarre. Like I think that because like the Rock, it's not like what it used to be in the Attitude Era when you had a lot of jobbers and you had a lot of like entertaining B and C list guys. You don't really have that anymore in the WWE. And the tag division is just so weak that like you almost can't like afford to like defend the title on Raw anymore or SmackDown. Like outside of like a special thing. It almost feels like that's like what you got to reserve like tag titles and shit for. But that's the problem is that there's just too many pay-per-views now. That's really that's been the problem since 2004. There's a pay-per-view every month.
Every month.
There doesn't need to be a pay-per-view every month.
And then
There's just not enough. There's not enough. Like it draws out storylines too long, and it doesn't keep people interested because it's like you have this big thing, and then they fight at a pay-per-view, but it's not the payoff. You have to wait for the third pay-per-view for that to happen.
And it made things more confusing because they added all these additional Saudi Arabia ones, and it's like they used to just be standalones. Then they worked them into just regular storyline, so it just becomes like part of the regular calendar. And it's very messy.
Well, I mean, they make so much money from.
Oh yeah, I know.
I look at it too where almost too often, which I know like that's how the business works, but like they're always looking for just like that next like big, the big moment. Where like in years past, I remember like you'd get maybe one a year, but now it's like almost every pay-per-view they need to have like the big, like redemption type thing. It's just, I think it's very overproduced, and there like you said, there's too many like big guys.
I will say the Fatal 4-Way, though like predictable for the outcome, was very entertaining. I thought it was LA Knight, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, and AJ Styles. And I thought it was very much like a showcase of kind of the best of all their talents. I thought that was a great match.
I thought the match was good, and really, I thought Orton was gonna win it because like a lot of the stuff I was reading was he's up there with like Cena and to tie with Ric Flair, and they're teasing the Rock thing with Reigns, so I wouldn't have been surprised if Orton won it.
I think Orton goes
But-
to Raw when they shake up the rosters. He wins it over there.
Well, I think so. Like, I just feel like they've set that up so many times that he's gonna win it and then win it Wrestle.
The mustache guys.
That's
It
fine.
was a question.
That told by him choosing to wrestle Bret Hart instead of wrestling Psycho. The crowd wasn't ready for like Stone Cold yet to be that Stone Cold. Like, I don't think he was ready to be champion yet because he did the whole, John 3. You thump your Bible with your 3. So Kendall,
Yes.
you just Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues, LaMelo Ball's form.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
I like the team.
Yeah, that's. I mean, oh, can you guys hear me?
Now we can.
No.
You're starting to
now?
cut out.
He might
Yeah,
be
no.
getting close to done with the.
I mean, I was actually
Oh.
I was actually discussing this at work with my Mount Rushmore. Hello.
It sounds good to me.
No, that's fine. I just like every once in a while, like I just hear like the whole conversation happen again. My Mount Rushmore of comedic actors, like from a movie standpoint, is Belushi. It's
Jim or John?
Belushi. What?
Jim or John?
John.
Oh, we don't like Canine.
No, it'd be Belushi, Candy, Murray, and Aykroyd. That's my list. That's my Mount Rushmore of comedic movie actors.
I have John Candy, Bill Murray. I just got to give it to Will Ferrell. There's just so many things that, to me, just absolutely kill me. And then,
Oh, sorry, I was wrong. Go ahead, you finish yours.
Oh,
But I
and
forgot.
then my final guy is just Chevy Chase. I think there's a certain amount of underratedness to him, and I just the National Lampoons are just like an absolute gem.
Dan Aykroyd out, Chris Farley in.
Good pick.
Yeah, I'm trying to do my so like I have Farley, Sandler, Farrell.
See, for me, I can't do Sandler, Farrell, or Jim Carrey because I think they're all very funny, but I think they're all the same character in every movie.
That's fair.
Like I think Chris Farley in Black Sheep is not the same Chris Farley you get in Tommy Boy. Even if like the mannerisms are kind of the same, it's like a different character. And then like the Chris Farley you get in Billy Madison and whatever. Like the early Sandler work was different than like the rest of this. But like once like Sandler kind of reached like anger management, it kind of was just all the same from there.
That's a good movie.
That movie is good because of Marissa Tomei.
Top notch. I'm trying to think for the fourth spot. I mean, it's probably Belushi.
So good.
How?
So mine's gonna be bad.
No.
Here comes Mike Myers.
Oh man. That's the love guru.
So I would put Sandler in mine. I'd probably put Jim Carrey because I love my Ace Ventura.
I gotta read my list again.
David Spade.
Wow, Spade on the Rushmore.
Hey man, Dickie Roberts, fantastic
Hey,
movie.
listen, no hate.
I do think that Spade gets a lot of shit. I think he's very funny.
He's the perfect co-actor to Farley.
No, listen, I was just surprised by the pick. I didn't expect it.
I probably put Chris Farley at my 4.
Yeah, I had to change my list again.
I don't think Chris Rock's movies are that good.
No, Chris Rock's a better stand-up, but Eddie Murphy's very funny.
Yeah. Even though my favorite movie is Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay, your favorite Eddie Murphy movie is Daddy Daycare, and you know it.
I saw that in
It is a good
theaters.
movie.
And Haunted Mansion.
You know what? Steven Zahn.
Let's see. Belushi. Yeah, so you know what? I think I'm gonna. I gotta take. So I'm gonna go Belushi.
Taking Artie
Candy.
Lang here.
Huh?
Taking Artie Lang here.
Nope. I'm going Belushi, Candy, Farley, and Leslie Nielsen.
Good pick. I totally
Leslie-
blanked on him.
Leslie Nielsen is all time funny. He is all time funny. Those movies are so good.
You talking about Lincoln Reed?
Lincoln Reed Witches.
You know, that's a guy who pretty much looked the same for like 30 years on like TV and movies.
All right. Now, what about your Mount Rushmore of like comedic TV actors?
Liam Neeson. I'm just kidding.
Who could forget his memorable role?
I was like, what show was he in?
He was a Family Guy.
Comedic TV.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of like television.
Yeah, but think
Andy Samberg.
think all time.
Yeah, I like USA shows.
They do comedies.
You know,
Except they're not
like
funny.
any- You know, Mark,
But
you're
the
not funny.
two guys from Psych. That show sucks.
Two Hill's great, and you know it.
Oh, that show sucks.
I love it. I don't care what you say.
You liked that one episode where the three black guys sang "Sweet Low, Sweet Chariot."
Okay, first of all, it was Kenan Thompson and Michael J. White.
All right.
Who
I think I'm
played,
gonna go. I think for me, I'm gonna go.
I think Ed
Thank you,
Helms
man.
has to be on there.
Who?
Not Ed Helms. Sorry.
Steve Carell.
No. Ed O'Neill.
Yeah, I think Ed O'Neill's good. Ed O'Neill. I personally think that if you're gonna actually make a real one, you got to put Rowan Atkinson on there.
I don't even know who this
Mr.
is.
Bean.
He's Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean
Oh.
is like Mr. Bean's like one of the most revered sitcoms of all time.
He's a very funny character.
He is. Like, if I was going to go from a personal standpoint, I would put Patrick Warburton on there, but I know that he's not a crowd favorite. But I do think it's worth putting Matthew Perry on there.
I actually just saw on Instagram about there's a bunch of clips of him making other characters break.
Oh yeah,
It just like the timing, was just
he was a
unbelievable.
very funny person.
Can you put Seth MacFarlane on there?
I think no, because like it's less like it's an animated show. It's not a sitcom. Like I don't think like Seth MacFarlane's not funny when it's him. I don't think anything that Seth MacFarlane stars in is funny. 1,000 Ways to Die in the West, terrible. That space
Trash.
show that he did was bad. Like Ted, hilarious.
Have you guys watched the Ted Show yet?
Not yet.
No.
I probably will
I'm getting
cave.
to it.
I want to watch it because the preview looked kind of funny.
Yeah, I tell you what though. Actually, you know who's worth a mention? Kelsey Grammer and Ted Danson.
Yeah. Both like easily overlooked.
Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld and Jason Alexander.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pick I'm picking somebody
Larry
from
David.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, Jerry Stiller, 2 shows.
Oh my god.
He's on mine because he is fantastic on both shows.
Actually, I you know who's on mine? I'm gonna do it, and it's the Uncle Bob and me. But I'm gonna go Tim Allen because Home Improvement was awesome, but I really
Can I
liked that Last Man Standing show.
I was waiting for someone to say Tim. I knew Tim Allen was going to be mentioned.
Home Improvement was awesome.
That show was great.
His wife
Me
was
and
hot.
Paul started to rewatch it for one night.
No, we watched it for a couple nights.
Yeah, then we stopped.
Kurtwood Smith was pretty good.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Larry
him.
David's pretty funny.
Ray
Larry
Romano.
David, but But is Curb a sitcom?
It technically is.
It's like a pseudo sitcom.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking what's his face's show. The guy that was like had all the sexual allegations against him.
Oh, Louis.
Oof,
Louis,
narrow
like
that
it's
down.
it's weird. It's like a biography sitcom. Like it's like real stuff, but
Right.
Peter Boyle's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Ray Romano's terrible.
That's a good show.
That show sucks. That show sucks so hard.
It's
I
funny,
disagree.
because
No.
he'll say that to Massey, and Massey will like sort of defend it, but it's kind of half-hearted.
Fuck that show.
It's just because Massey.
Massey on cue.
I think the
Fuck
only reason
that
Massey.
show.
Massey?
Fuck that show.
Yeah. See,
Whoa,
Massey
dude's
only-
done fapping.
Massey only has a slight pig in that fucking fight because Ashley watches it religiously.
Uh-huh.
That show sucks. Brad Garrett is not funny in that show.
He's not funny, period.
It's so boring. Peter Boyle is the only funny piece of that show.
Can confirm.
Tell you what though, John C.
I like that
McGinley. John C. McGinley, the saving grace of Scrubs.
All right.
Oh, that's not true. Neil Flynn is also very funny.
I got my 4.
All right, what do you got for your TV show sitcom actors? What do you got?
I got Hugh Grant.
All right.
I got Steve Carell.
Mhm.
Okay.
I got Bill Hader. And I got Ted Danson.
Ted Danson. Tony Danza from Who's the Boss Is. A-O-A.
You gotta put Henry Winkler in there.
No,
I'm
you
not
don't.
going to because I didn't care for that show. I
I
tell you what,
had to
though,
watch it a lot.
Kyle, you know who you could put is Donald Glover.
Or what's the guy from MASH?
What, Alan Alda?
Like the main character, kind of.
Yeah. It's Alan Alda, yeah.
He's pretty awesome.
But Paul, it's funny you put Glover. Did you guys ever watch Community?
He's so funny.
That's a funny show.
When he meets fucking Geordie LaForge, oh my god,
my
so
God.
funny.
Fucking Childish Gambino?
Yeah. And
The funniest bit in that series will always be them talking about like football and how it rounds back into him being racist. I've always loved that.
I think my list. I think my list is going to be Ed O'Neill, Danny DeVito.
good pick.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well,
very
just
well.
Funny.
It's Always Sunny and Taxi.
Yeah.
Those are two top shows. So I'm going to pick Danny DeVito at 2. At 3, I'm going to go with Matthew Perry. I just think he was really, really funny. And then for my 4, I'm going to go kind of dark horse here because I think everybody remembers How I Met Your Mother, but I think everybody forgets about Freaks and Geeks. I'm going to go with Seagal.
Good pick.
I think Jason Segel was like underratedly like the funniest member of that show. Like I'm not a big How I Met Your Mother fan. Like I've watched it, but it's not my favorite.
Show
But, like,
sucks.
The fucking slap scenes though are so funny.
Yes, that is true.
Those are so fucking funny. And I feel like the other thing too is like from a weird standpoint, I think that Jason Segel is like a really good like sad actor, which is like I feel like is very important in a funny show, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's got
Also,
He
some
wrote a
I-
really cool play about vampires.
Yeah,
Also
and you
very-
saw his penis in that movie.
I'm also very upset you took Patrick Warburton out of your list.
So I'm going for a Mount Rushmore. I said it before when I was doing the movie ones. I'm doing a Mount Rushmore that I think could be agreed upon in a large setting. If it's my personal one, then it's Ed O'Neill, Ted Danson, Matthew Perry, and Patrick Warburton because I personally love Rules of Engagement, and Joe Swanson is hilarious.
And also, he's David Putty in Seinfeld.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
That show also fucking sucks.
Oh, you are out of your
Yeah.
mind.
Massey. Ugh. All right.
What show sucks?
Seinfeld.
No, Seinfeld's very funny.
All right. So I'm gonna go Alan Alda. I hold MASH very high.
Yeah, Kendall, you've never watched an episode. Hey, Mock, real quick.
Yeah.
Mock, can I ask you a question that doesn't pertain to anything important on the show right now, but it's important to me?
Sure.
The baptism starts at 10:30.
Yeah.
What time do you anticipate Mass being over?
I don't know. 45-ish minutes.
All right, thank you. Continue, Kendall, with your shows you've never watched.
Okay. Then I'm gonna give it to Michael Richards. I just think the Kramer character is just a gem. Just the physical comedy is just unmatched.
You like his stand-up better.
Oh man.
See, like I disagree with you, Kendall, because I feel like as funny as he is, George Costanza is what makes that show.
I'm a big George guy too. Just.
But I think George is like the girl dynamic by Louis Dreyfus, and then the Seinfeld obviously being the star. But the George Costanza character is like that's like the third character that really ties the whole thing together. I think he's more important than Kramer.
I will say,
and funnier. So go fuck yourself.
I will say, definitely he's had a much better career than him outside of like other stuff. I mean, basically, he's Seinfeld and that's it. And he did like a Weird Al Yankovic movie. But I just really enjoy the nonsense.
Are you guys in or out on Kobe Smulders?
Oh, I think I'm an ignoramus. Why can't I think of who that is?
And that's Robin from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
No.
I'm sorry. I don't know who it is.
That's the girl from How I Met Your Mother, Robin. She's also the girl that was on the deck with in the Avengers.
She's Hill in Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm out.
Out?
Yeah, I'm out.
Hmm.
Also, can I do Kyle's list real quick? Will Smith, James Avery, Alfonso Ribeiro, and insert woman's name from that show here.
That's fine.
Did you see the clip of James Avery walking in on, was it Family Matters or?
Mm.
It was like a surprise. It was just a great
Yeah,
moment.
it was like a end credits thing.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
The kid and the neighbor come. I told you he looks like Uncle Phil, and then he walks in.
I think I'm gonna take out fucking Bill Hader. I'm gonna replace him with Bryan Cranston.
Oh, that show sucks.
He was so funny in that show. That show wasn't great, but he was funny in that.
What about Malcolm in the Middle?
Bryan Cranston to Malcolm in the Middle is fucking what's his face to everybody else. Like it's the only redeeming quality.
Yeah, absolutely. But that doesn't change the fact that I love him.
It's funny. I made a joke at Samantha's birthday party on Saturday. I don't know who else heard it except for Chris. And,
I didn't because I wasn't there. I was dying.
Well, I know because you fucking bailed.
Yeah, right. Way to go, bud.
Fucking bullshit. I mean, fucking even Vito was there. I mean, yeah, he tried to touch Samantha's butt, but that's a different story.
I really hope that didn't happen.
Well, if Vito was there, it would have happened. Chris and
people come up with some really funny stuff.
talking about me?
No, I'm gonna send it to you guys.
I'm not funny apparently. Anyway,
no, that's not what I'm saying.
That was just a load to you.
Chris Jankowski and Eric were talking about Patrick Mahomes and the way, and Larry was too, the way that he like walks and like how he runs.
He's got a little zest in his step.
Well, no. So I said, if you guys have never seen this, go watch it. But I said that he runs like Bryan Cranston power walks in that episode of Malcolm in the Middle. Massey, how spot on is that?
Pretty spot on.
I mean, it's like to a T. Well, I think we've done it. Kyle, did you actually want to do your own TV show one or no?
I couldn't think of anything. Don't worry about it.
All right, so we're going to dive into something that Kyle and Massey are going to be very excited for.
Let's see if I participate.
All right, hold on real quick.
Oh, you're going to
Massey?
participate.
Massive. Apologize for yesterday.
All good, bud.
All right.
All right, hold on real quick.
Text me
What'd you
so
do?
I know that you read my messages.
Dude, I went to bed and I woke up at like 2 p.m. today. It's been a
What?
rough couple days.
So what?
All right, real quick.
Matt, you can still go fuck
Oh my
yourself, though.
Alan Alda, I'm going to change out. I'm going to do Arthur Stiller. I'm going to throw in Red Foreman. And
Red Foreman's his real name.
No one knows his real name.
So I'm
Who's
saying
real
you
name?
are.
Isn't Hyde in jail for life?
He's in for
Who's
a
real
while.
name, what we do?
Oh, Kendall doesn't know Red Foreman's real name.
no, we just said it too. I'm just Kurt. Yeah, Kurtwood Smith.
or something like
There we
that.
go.
It's
And
Octavia Red. Anyways.
Was that?
Are you done,
Go fuck
Kendall?
yourself to me or to Mark?
all right, and last just to move on.
No,
and, you know,
Octavia Red.
I'll throw Kramer back on.
Bad pick. You're saying Kramer is more important to the show than Costanza.
No. I'm just saying who I like.
So you think he's funnier than George Costanza?
I think they're both funny in their own way.
But who's funnier?
Yeah.
The one you put on your Mount Rushmore. I'm just saying, Kendall, for like all the people who like Seinfeld, and you claim to be a big Seinfeld guy, and I say claim because now I no longer think you are.
No, see, like my Seinfeld. I mean, my Seinfeld.
No,
my Rushmore. I would even throw. I would put Jerry and George on there.
You didn't put Jerry on though, but you didn't put Jerry.
All right.
So
Jerry Seinfeld's not funny.
Listen,
but here's the thing.
Out of your mind.
Kendall claims to be a Seinfeld fan, and I say claims to because now I no longer think he is, because he's going to sit here and he's going to tell me that he's going to be a Seinfeld hipster and say, "Oh, well, Kramer's the funniest," and it's like that's like coming in and saying like, "Oh, Jim's the best member of The Office." Like that's such a hipster answer.
Listen, all the members have a special thing to bring to the table.
You can't limp in here with that now. You picked one. You singled one out.
Right? I'm trying to cover a bunch of bases here.
No. You can't do that.
Guys,
That'd be like you saying like, "Oh, if I had to pick a Mount Rushmore of friends and you only picked Kyle," and then later was like, "Well, I think Mark has his own merits equally as good as Kyle." Like, no, you picked Kyle.
What do you guys think of Step by Step? You like that show?
No, only because the theme song makes me mad.
Step by step, day
That
by
song sucked.
day.
And no,
Wish I
That was a
hope
good
you
show.
every different every day.
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell was a good show.
no, I'm mad. Now I'm fucking pissed
Why?
because he's saying step by step.
Yeah, but think of Saved by the Bell, then you'll be happy.
Saved by the Bell's awesome.
You know what's not awesome? Fucking Seinfeld. That show's terrible.
Massey, you're canceled.
The college years are
Right.
pretty rough.
I mean, Saved by the Bell was fine. It was just, a corny show.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was a show for teenagers.
But that's what it
at
was.
that
No,
time.
that's what it was supposed to be. Like, it
Yeah.
just...
It was a show for teenagers at that time, not for the 5-year-old us watching it.
That Kelly Kapowski, though.
Oh my goodness. She just turned 50 and she is looking just nice.
Step by step, day by day.
Kendall made a draft that Massey and Kyle are definitely going to be really in on.
We got to get Massey back. He canceled himself.
No. It's the worst when he cancels himself.
Wish I hope you every different every day.
Can we get Massey back? Because he needs to be a part of this.
We'll call him back.
People they come.
Is he back?
Make it. You guys ever see Reba?
There's the
Paul.
Mass. Oh, there's Paul.
I uncanceled Mass.
The text also would have done.
I wanted you to know that I support the Discord switchover.
I appreciate that.
So
He canceled me. I had to move.
Kendall came up with a draft for us to do tonight that he knows that the Mass and that Kyle will love. We're gonna draft the. We're gonna do 5-round draft of the full IHOP menu.
Oh boy.
Which is
Just one stipulation though: no catered or family feast options. It's got to be just individual plates.
All right.
Kyle's like, "Fuck! I was gonna pick the family French toast."
Now, question.
Yes, if you pick pancakes, you get pancakes.
Okay.
But like, you don't. But like if you pick a meal that comes with pancakes like that, so like if you pick pancakes as like just pancakes, that's fine. But if I pick like a combo that comes with pancakes, I still get the pancakes.
No, I get to eat the pancakes.
No, you don't, Kyle, because you won't finish them.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still going to take them.
No, you don't get it. No, you can't do that.
Also, Kyle's getting a burger at IHOP.
Yeah, that's a very good burger, by the way.
I know.
There's a part of me who wants to do a really shitty draft, just like with the worst options here.
Let me tell you something, Kendall.
Let's take all the hash browns.
You're going to try your hardest to do a good draft, and it's going to be bad.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that.
Because you're just not good at these things.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You're right.
step by step.
When you got blown out by Zach Stacy.
Anyway, ready for the order?
Yeah.
All right. Was that a sneeze?
Nope, that's a cough.
Oh, well, bless you anyway.
Ass.
Okay. Order is Mock, Paul, Kyle, me, Mass.
Cool.
You have to notice I'm always
Mark-
third in this.
Mark, if you don't take the tomato bisque soup right now, you're a piece of shit.
Well, can't do that.
Then you're a piece of shit.
But I do need to pull up the old menu online here.
You're on the clock, so
I'm getting there. Ooh, I typed IHOP.
Do.
just take the T-bone steak and eggs. Or at least, Kyle, can we give Kyle the impossible plant-based sausage power?
No, but we're gonna give him the Willy Wonka pancakes. or
Oh,
whatever the
Mark,
fuck those were.
please take the spicy poblano omelet.
I hear there's a tuna fish melt.
Oh, my God.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, my normal. I'm gonna take what my normal go-to is here,
Pancakes?
and it's the 2x2x2.
All right, well, I'm going to follow that up with the breakfast sampler then.
God damn it!
I'm thinking buttermilk pancakes here, Bob.
Those were already picked twice.
I know. But I have the full effect. You know what that means?
I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. I'm taking the smokehouse combo here.
It's so funny, Kendall. I'm hardly laughing.
Listen, it's just funny to me.
Yeah,
You're a
So-
fucking idiot.
this guy's the fucking Kramer of our Seinfeld crew. Only Mike K laughs at him.
Well, this is pretty awkward.
Shut up, Vito.
Massey, can you please take the bacon temptation omelet?
No,
If anybody's going to take a food with temptation in the name, it's got to be Mass.
I have the worst pick in the draft.
Kyle, you going crepes here?
I'll go crepes, yeah. The buttermilk crepes.
Just because you're French.
Smoking a pancake. Butts in a waffle.
Mass, you picking or what, man?
nothing.
What?
Going Rudy Tooty.
shit. Apparently, I'm DoorDashing IHOP right now.
That's so funny.
It'd be funny if everything you draft showed up at your house. You spend like $400 on breakfast.
Guy shows up. You feeling all right, man?
Like, this is a lot of pancakes, dude.
Okay. Kyle, what did you take?
I just took buttermilk pancakes.
Can I take
Oh.
other kinds of pancakes that aren't just plain buttermilk?
Yeah.
All right.
You going
I
wheat
will come
pancakes
back
here?
to that. I just wanted to clarify. I'm gonna take the bourbon bacon jam eggs Benedict,
And the 55 and over pot roast.
the 55 and over pot roast.
Oh, my eyeballs.
Found that
Uh,
picture of me naked, huh?
Paul, when did Taylor Hall become a Blackhawk?
Like
This
3
year?
years ago.
I always picked that guy in fantasy because of that 1 year he had.
Yeah. And because of Jesse Hall.
Yes, I'll take the split decision.
Oh,
What is that?
It's pancakes, toast, sausages, bacon, and eggs.
Sasha, you say?
What was it that you took?
Split decision breakfast.
Yeah, solid pick. That was gonna be my next pick. Fuck.
Bark, bark. Okay.
Hey, Kyle, what do you wear when you go hiking?
actually, just go back.
Real quick side
Um,
note, as whoever's pick is pondering, fuck Kadarius Toney again.
Yeah, I agree on that.
That guy's a real piece of shit.
In case I start coughing again and need to like somebody, I'm hereby electing Paul to draft for me if I tell him to.
All right. I'm going to take.
What just happened?
What happened?
I don't know. I heard Mr. Massey say.
Did Massey just pick coffee?
No, Paul's going to
Oh.
draft for me in case I need to get off mic.
Oh, okay. I'm going to take the buttermilk biscuit and gravy combo.
You laughed at me for that.
What?
I got that the last time we went, and you laughed at me.
No, we left at the Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking funny.
I don't know why it's funny.
Because Mountain Dew for breakfast, Kyle.
I don't drink coffee.
So drink water or orange juice or
No.
milk.
No. Kyle hasn't had a glass of water in weeks.
I just had a sip of water.
I said glass.
I know.
So
I
I'm
take
still
it 3
right.
sips a day.
3 sips a day. Like, I'm at my allotment.
It's funny. I can't remember the last time I had a glass of milk, but I just regularly slug it from people's like milk gallons. Like every person, like if I've been to your house, there's a pretty good chance I've just drinking milk out of the carton.
Did it to my milk jug last week or the week
Yep.
before.
Is it?
And
whose
that's
turn
why
is
you
it?
have. Is it my turn?
Yes.
I'm taking the big brunch burger.
So we all decide that he loses, right?
Just
No,
hash
it's
so
browns
good.
and- The burgers
That's a
there
good
are
burger.
good.
It's a good burger.
Hash brown, fried egg, bacon.
All right, that actually
Salmon.
sounds somewhat decent.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Fisherman's platter is only $17.
Damn it, Kendall. I was going to make that joke later.
Yeah. It would have been funnier if you did it because you're not Kramer.
Yeah, well. Because that joke's
So-
not funny.
I'm on the IHOP website.
Yeah, most of us
And
are, Kyle.
Yeah. But this is the closest IHOP to me is in Oklahoma City.
That's probably because you haven't given it your location yet.
That's fair.
Any regional specials they got?
No.
Shame.
The only local favorites for my local one in Newington are turkey sausage links. All right, Locke, you're up.
My turn?
Yeah.
I'll take the country fried steak and eggs.
I think you're up. Are you up?
Oh, that'll be bullshit.
Actually, I think it's Paul.
I'll take the country fried steak and
Real
eggs
dick
here.
move there, Mass. Just for that, you get the fucking pot roast.
The country fried steak and eggs does sound pretty good, but I won't do that to him.
Kendall will, though.
Ish, I will.
Yeah, all he does is take mock shit.
Give me the Nashville hot chicken and waffles.
Damn, I was just looking at that.
I mean, I can take the chicken fried steak if you want.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's because Kyle said that Mock always gets third in these things.
Is it back to me?
No, it's Kendall's turn. Because you got
Oh,
first.
so you were
I
just
think.
way off.
Yeah,
Cool.
Wait, is it Kendall's turn?
I think so, isn't it?
I'm
Kendall,
for.
you got second, right?
No.
you're fourth?
Mark a second.
Oh, Mock
No.
is second.
No.
Who's first?
Mark is
I thought
first.
I went
Paul-
first.
Mark is
Yeah,
first.
it
Paul
goes,
is second.
It goes Mock, Paul. It goes Mock, Paul, Kyle, Kendall, Mass.
Oh, then it is Mock's turn.
So it is my turn.
Mock
Yes.
has Buck picks.
Bark.
All right.
So I wasn't
Not
that
go to
off.
the 55 and plus menu.
Kyle, would you
All
say
right,
that?
so-
Would you say that Mock has back-to-back picks?
Yeah, back, fuck.
So I'm gonna do the thing that I said, the country fried steak and eggs,
For each.
and then oh fuck, click the wrong goddamn thing.
You went to the
And then
55
I'm going
plus menu.
with the classic eggs Benedict.
I'm taking the chicken fried steak.
I just took it.
Yeah, you just took
Said
it.
I should have taken it because I didn't think you were going to take my thing.
Well, there's a pesto option.
Yeah, I've never even seen you eat an eggs Benedict.
That's not true.
It
I
is true.
actually-
I've never seen you eat one.
I ate it when me, you, and Mass went to that diner when we bailed on Panthorn.
Nope. It's not true. You
I
got
will say I've only had it because of you.
some awesome fucking breakfast. Give me the bacon temptation omelet.
Running
I've never
away
had it.
with me.
I've never
Paul,
had
you're
it.
not allowed, Paul, you're
I
not
just
allowed to
read
pick that.
Huh?
You're not allowed to pick that.
Well, I've never had it, but I just read it, and it kind of sounds good.
You're not allowed to pick it, though. Your own rule.
I just picked it. It's basically just bacon and cheese and an omelet, and then it's doused in queso.
But it's your own rule. You can't pick it. Anything
Alright.
with temptation in name has to be drafted by me.
Well, unfortunately, Kendall thinks that George Costanza's not funny, so there's no more rules.
Not true.
It is true,
Because
Kendall.
he's not.
Listen, Art Vandelay Industries is hilarious.
What?
Let me guess, Kendall. Your favorite episode of Seinfeld is the Soup Nazi?
No. Good episode, though.
No soup for you.
Elaine's
There it is.
performance in that episode is so funny.
Who's
Nice.
up?
Your turn,
Souls
Kyle.
of you.
I'm taking the app sampler.
Nice.
You guys ready for this dog shit pick?
Tomato soup.
I'm taking the build your own omelet.
Like, what does that mean? You just get an omelet?
Yeah, but I can make it however I want.
Not how that works.
It's exactly how it
I'll
works.
allow it. It's funny enough. I'll allow it.
He goes, that's exactly how it works.
All right. Is it my pick?
Yeah, you've got
Yes.
box to box.
Box to box. Go ahead and take the double blueberry pancakes.
Blueberry pancakes do slap.
They're the best kind of pancakes aside from, well, no, including regular pancakes.
Back.
I'm thinking.
Box.
Back.
I'm going to go upstairs and just eat another bowl of pasta right before I go to bed.
Nice heartburn dreams.
I'm going to do the chicken biscuit sandwich.
Oh, the
What
massive
kind of
special.
pasta?
What?
Kind of
Chicken
pasta.
McGriddle. I made some mac and cheese.
Oh,
what's
it's
up?
mac and cheese, not pasta. You fucking forgot.
What?
That's different than saying pasta. I mean, I get that it is pasta, but come on.
All right, Kendall, you're up.
All
Nobody
right.
says that. Nobody says, "Hey, what are you having for dinner?" And they go, "Oh, pasta," and it turns out to be mac and cheese.
Well, I mean, it's not like Kraft mac and cheese.
Well, no, I mean, just regular mac and cheese is still just. I don't know. It's just like different. It's not pasta. Get out of here with that.
It's
All
like
right.
saying, I'm going to have some pizza, then you go upstairs and get some fucking bruschetta.
Yeah, you fucking bruschetta. Way to go, mock you bruschetta.
Yeah, you fucking forgot.
Bruschetta.
All
You're
right.
no better than Bo
Yeah, but-
bruschetta.
Bruschetta. isn't
Bruschetta.
pizza. Those aren't the same thing.
That's kind of the point.
All right.
All right. So tell me the difference, Matt, between macaroni and fucking pasta. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but what
Nobody
is
describes
cheese,
macaroni
man?
and cheese as pasta.
Because they're interchangeable.
No, but no, because if I invited someone over to my house and I said pasta, you would envision a red sauce or a cream sauce. You would not envision a cheese sauce.
I would ask what it is.
But I wouldn't say pasta. I would say I'm having mac and cheese, as I think
Right.
90% of the population would.
Same thing.
I think the entire country of Italy begs to differ with you.
Yeah, what do they know?
A lot.
I know that Seinfeld's a terrible show. Kendall, what are you picking?
Oh, I'm taking breakfast crepes here.
You've never even
As opposed to a lunch fucking crepe?
Listen, I'm just telling you what the menu says. This comes with a watch that's set to 8:30 a.m.
They are actually called breakfast crepes. Like they are a distinct version. That's interesting and dumb.
$11.
Am I up?
I don't know.
Yes, you are, Kyle.
I'm taking the sharp cheddar pasta.
Is it mac and cheese?
I'm just, yeah, that's what it is. I'm not actually taking it. I did that to be a dick.
Where is that?
It's on the sides.
Your patty.
I'm thinking toast.
Can you believe they charge you 25 cents extra to bring out the flavored syrups? It's like, all right, or I just nobody buys them and they just sit back there and they go bad.
Guys, do yourself a favor. Go to the side. Look at the picture of the slice of ham.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's pretty bad. Paul, wasn't there a thing on the menu that was upside down?
Yeah. I forget what it was, but there was something upside down.
What?
My pick.
Paul?
Hello?
There you are.
There you are.
Kyle, what'd you pick?
I just took toast.
You fucker.
Paul, did you say there, or wasn't there an upside down picture on the menu that I had?
There was, but I don't remember what it was.
I think that Kyle has to be taking the avocado toast.
No, I took the sharp cheddar pasta, you fuck.
I tell you, look at the picture of that. It looks terrible.
Wait, so Kyle, did you take the pasta or did you take the toast?
I took toast.
I fucking hate you.
Took the cheddar toast.
That's pretty aggressive.
I wanted toast. I order toast every time we go out to eat for breakfast.
I mean, just take wheat toast or something. I don't know.
No, they only have one toast option.
This is our
And
bread.
it's buttered toast.
Paul, I could change my pick if you want.
No. That's not how it works. I'm just gonna be fucking mad.
I can trade.
No, it's okay. You can have toast. It's
It's okay.
Oh.
We'll do an
Kyle,
NBA
Kyle.
trade here.
Kyle,
No,
What?
Kyle,
Hold on.
shut the
What?
fuck up.
Kyle, it's okay. I'm just gonna take the quick 2-egg breakfast.
Why don't you do an NBA trade with you?
There was one time I was at IHOP.
Right.
I think I was with James. I think I was with James, but I remember I was pretty drunk, and I asked for the 2-egg breakfast twice. I was like, "Can I get 2 of those?"
Did you get it?
I think so. I don't know. That may have been the time they asked us to leave.
That's funny.
But he was like, "Do you just want 4 eggs?" Yeah.
All right, Kyle, you trade me toast for my next pick and 2 eggs to be named later.
Ah, no deal.
All right. All right, Mark, you have the last pick here.
All right. Let me pull up the menu again.
I
Just
thought
take-
I only picked 4 things.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, Mark, you have back-to-back picks here.
All right.
Chicken tenders.
Let's see. Let's go to platters.
Fisherman.
I'll actually go with
Fish, fish.
the Nashville hot crispy chicken strips and fries.
Right?
And then I will take the jalapeno kick burger.
All right.
Wallace.
Let's see here. I didn't have either of those things on my radar. It's not because they're bad picks. Because I didn't think about them. Give me the bourbon bacon jam burger.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Can I tell you, there's a lot of times where like just a word like that, like bourbon jam, and I'll almost stop reading the menu. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that.
Yeah, Massey and I got bourbon bacon jam eggs Benedict at IHOP as part of our
Did
2
you?
entree breakfast.
I was about to say, in addition to a whole other entree. And
Good
5
deal.
cups of coffee.
They're,
Like
like jalapeno's kind of one of those words for me too. Like when I'm reading it and I just see how I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna get that. That's probably gonna be in front of me.
Bills.
I am gonna take the Philly cheesesteak stacker.
That sounds like it's just gonna make a mess. Just a bunch of loose meat.
Shaved burger.
A shaved burger.
Guys, I'm going to fucking do it. Give me the fisherman's platter.
Fucking hate you, Kendall.
Yeah, it's going to be really great at IHOP when we watch Kendall struggle to eat fucking 4 shrimp.
Yeah.
Listen, it looks like there's about 4 shrimp. What was that?
All right, now he's back. I had to play.
You know, it's the first time it's ever been canceled. I didn't know what the noise was.
It was the sound of failure to eat 82 shrimp.
Oh, Kendall, you want to hear something funny?
Yes.
A couple of Merce's friends were here before, Jess and Bozo, and we were talking about the wedding, and I told them how you're just a bad drinker because you're still finishing that Smirnoff for my wedding.
Hilarious.
I was like, the guy's just a bad drinker.
I have that video on my phone still.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes long.
Yeah, there's actually commercials in it.
Great. Kendall, that actually made me laugh. Good job. I'm gonna finish the draft with hash browns.
Nice.
Hash browns are good.
Nice. All right, well, there you go. I think it's fair to say Kendall lost the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't even really set out to, and I just kind of fell into it.
I just fell into it. Terrible.
Like a fucking pothole.
Do you remember though, like a while back, they actually had it was like a sourdough melt at IHOP. It was actually pretty good.
No, because I think the time that I went with you guys like 2 weeks ago was the second or third time I've ever been to IHOP.
Oh, really?
I used to go there a lot. It's a good place.
It's a ton of fun. Paul doesn't like me though, so don't go very often.
Exactly.
In general, though, just regular diner has it all over IHOP, right? As far as breakfast goes,
Yes.
because it's super gimmicky, right?
I mean, the Athena Diner, I would put that it's so high on my list.
I mean, as far as breakfast food goes, I think they're interchangeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty.
Breakfast is not hard to do.
Well, I agree. I guess the point I was getting at was like, I mean, I don't know. It's just
And let me tell you something. I love the Athenia Diner, but I no longer desire to travel to go there because it's fucking more expensive than most places now.
Yeah, diners
The
got
last time I went there, I went there with Samantha and Amelia, and the three of us, we got one appetizer for the table. We each got a meal, and Amelia got a milkshake, and it was $60 fucking.
Yeah,
wow.
I tell you, that's like Colony Diner. I like won't go there.
The Athenia Diner is no better anymore.
No, I haven't been there in a while. But Colony, Mercer and I went one time, like after softball, after a co-ed game, and I think for the two of us, and the same, just regular like meal, we no drinks, and it was like $60. I was like, what the fuck? We're at a diner.
Yeah, it's no bueno. I'd rather fucking go somewhere. I'd rather just go to fucking a regular restaurant.
Yeah.
So, the Athenia Diner is actually falling off my list.
Oh man. There is something funny that happens at a lot of diners, and it's if you order the disco fries, and it's always funny when it's just a handful of fries and just put a slice of cheese on top. That makes me laugh so hard.
Slice of cheese with some cold gravy.
Like, how can we present this in the worst way possible?
Quick, someone come spit on this.
Hey, Paul.
You gonna tell me that Polanco got traded today? I just saw.
No, Sabonis has 23 rebounds.
Wow.
Hey, if you guys got to play a full 60-minute basketball game in the NBA, do you think you get a rebound?
Yeah.
No fucking shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A full
The
60
ball
minute
would go a
game?
different way. I'd get it.
You said a full 60-minute game?
Like you play the full game.
Yeah, there's at least 5 or 6 rebounds that bounce out of the paint into the perimeter.
I was gonna say I think that's the only way I get one.
But we're
Yeah,
talking, you're down in
You're
the
risking
paint.
a lot to be in position for that to bounce your way.
I think I get a rebound. 'Cause
I
here's
think
the
I can
thing.
get one.
Are you playing NBA rules?
Which
Is
are,
it an NBA game?
yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say so. Because
I can box out a point guard. I can box out a point guard. I could easily box out Terry Rozier.
It's a funny name.
But I'm saying, like, you get down low, you get down low and you do a box out. Like, it doesn't matter if Joel Embiid's behind you. If he reaches over you to get the rebound, the rebound gets credited to you. So, boom, I didn't touch it. I got the rebound. I could box some people out.
It would be so funny if we could set up like us playing like a starting 5 from the NBA and just watch the dismantling. Like how fast we would just get gassed.
That final score would be amazing.
I think if I had 60 minutes, if I could play 60 straight minutes in an NBA game without getting hurt, I think I could score a point, get an assist, get a rebound, and a steal.
I think you're wildly overestimating your abilities.
No, I think that I'm properly estimating my basketball IQ.
I think I would get a point because I'd get some bullshit foul, and I think I could make one foul shot.
Well, no, you.
But
would
I can also tell you, I'm chucking it from way beyond the arc. We're setting up the long shot.
I think the hardest thing would be the hardest thing to get out of that would be the assist. Just because the game is moving so fast, and like by the time I see the pass I need to make, it's already over.
I think the move there is just keep lobbing it towards the hoop.
Just like an alley-oop assist.
Like someone get in there, finish this off for me.
The steal, though, I don't think the steal would be a problem.
But I know because I remember just how I played in Weber. If I got the ball within a half second, I'm passing it or launching it. That was it. There was no trying to dribble.
Kyle, you and I are each getting a steal because we know how the steal stat works.
That's right.
You don't need to be the person that steals the ball. You just need to be the guy that gets the possession.
I think I could score like 6 points.
I think you could hit 2 threes. I think Kyle could hit 2 threes in an NBA game.
They don't play defense.
No, not at all. Your plus minus would be atrocious.
Yeah.
Did you see that Karl Anthony Towns, that 63-point game he had, his plus minus was 0?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the plus minus is a pretty stupid stat for the NBA, but that is hilarious.
I tell you, Kyle does not like the defense that I would play in the park and the driveway games.
What, fraps?
It was pretty much I would have a beer in my left hand. Kyle would try and dribble. I'd just smack him in the stomach.
You know the move there is, Kyle. You just slap the beer out of his hand.
He's such a dick move.
I used to be good. I used to be all right.
And then it would turn into just me and Pat covering each other, just kind of off in a corner.
Yeah, the Kevin James style on grown-ups.
You want to fake injuries?
You know, it sucked
I
playing.
I think if we go to a court right now, I think me and Kyle could beat the 3 of you in a pickup game.
You'd absolutely beat me.
No, I think me and Kyle versus the 3 of you. So it's 3 on 2. I think we win.
100%.
I agree.
Kendall?
I have a massive liability.
I agree.
We just have to get Kendall to gas himself
I
out.
was trying to think of a way that, but I just kind of know how it's going to go. It'll be me running around and a lot of 3-point attempts.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Kyle. Because you're going to be like slowly just panning from 3-point spot to 3-point spot. Kendall's going to be on me, which means you're either going to have Mock or Mass on you, and you're going to call every foul Mock produces, which will be every time you get the ball, he'll foul you. And Mass, I think you could cross Mass up.
He's going to get hit in the
100%.
sack so hard he can't talk, so there'll be no calling of fouls.
I'll call it. That's also saying that you find his sack.
That's true.
It's the winner. Kyle puts that thing away for the winner, right, Kyle?
Yeah, that's Coach's chin you're talking about.
Man.
Yeah. They don't call him Coach Leno for nothing.
At the old Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I remember playing in Jeff's driveway. What a nightmare.
I do not.
You remember playing at the fucking gravel house driveway?
I do not.
What a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. It's pretty much just the side of a mountain.
Ball rolls down the hill, like, hey, we're going to go inside now.
Yeah, first shot. Where I convinced you to get it.
Yeah, you go down there, you end up like walking to a swamp.
Hey, so random question, but I think I would ask this to Kendall yesterday. I think I would almost take almost any wrestling, like grappling slam over like just a barehanded chop to the chest.
Yeah.
Those chops, man, are fucking brutal.
I don't know.
I know, like, as I was watching some of the old wrestling thing, like Chris Benoit would slap the fuck out of people. It looked horrible.
I think I'd rather take one chop than a superplex.
Honestly, right now, I'd rather take the slap.
I'd rather take one Chris Benoit chop than a superplex.
Yeah,
Because Benoit's dead.
I'd rather sacrifice any other
Well,
part
no,
of the
but
body.
like I'd rather take a chop from somebody. Like I'd rather take a chop from Bobby Lashley.
What
Than
about
take
the Big Show?
Then take like a top rope angle slam. I'm all set on that.
That's funny.
I'll tell you what, I don't want anybody touching my head right now. I'll take 5 chops.
I'll take a Big Show chop over getting fucking triple German suplex.
Yeah, that can't feel good.
Neither can the Big Show slap to the chest.
So it stings for a little bit, and then you get a welt.
Man. Hey, Kyle, if you're a wrestler, would your signature be like the Three Amigos?
No, because I don't have the endurance for it.
That'd be funny. You just do them different, like they're just like 3 somersaults. Like it's like your taunt.
Kyle's just doing 3 straight rolling thunders in the match.
That'd be so funny.
How boring that would be to watch. Just somebody just
Here's the second one.
But Kyle, I could totally see you being like, "Oh, Kyle, what's your finishing move?" I do the worm 3 times in a row. It's called the Colony.
Oh man.
You know what's even funnier is if Kendall made that joke, it wouldn't have been funny.
I'm hoping one day I could do a 450 splash.
You can,
Is
Kyle.
Rolling-
You
is
just
Rolling
got to
Thunder-
jump from high enough.
Is Rolling Thunder just where they bounce off the ropes? And then,
No, Rolling Thunder is the one where you do a somersault. You jump, you come up off the somersault onto your feet, jump up in the air, and then do a full front flip onto the guy.
Okay.
The one off the ropes is a line salt.
Okay.
And I know for a fact that I can do that move, but I would also get my feet caught in the ropes. Or miss the ropes and go right out of the ring.
We should get a ring.
Does Randy Orton still wrestle?
Yeah, he just went to the Royal Rumble.
Do you do any good?
No. Hey, Mass.
He was fine.
Mass.
I'm
Mass.
going to put you in the canceled channel.
You haven't answered me yet.
I had said what 3 times?
Well, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. There's a guy sitting behind the home bench of the Coyotes game wearing a Letterkenny Shamrocks jersey.
Attaboy. I can't decide if I want to get a Shamrocks jersey or a Blueberry Bulldogs jersey.
Can I tell you? I thought you were going to say Shamrock Shake.
Hilarious.
Those are coming out soon, and I'm pumped. Shamrock Shakes are awesome.
Really, I thought you were like, I can't decide if I'm going to get a
Kyle.
Shamrock Shake.
I'll just leave.
Yeah.
He texted us.
Oh.
It's Abuela's bedtime.
Well, that's actually that's on Abuela. That's Abuelito. It's great grandmother. Put some respect. That bitch will fucking throw some cilantro in your mouth.
Gotta soak the corn before bed.
Not really sure how I felt about that.
Me neither. It's kind of weird.
Well, some beer reviews.
Well,
What?
I had one of my Connoisseur Media San Giuseppe cool sweet red wines at 7% alcohol by volume. This wine is very cheap, but kind of tasty. I've many times come home from work and just slammed a bottle just because I could. And
This kid we know.
and if you're looking for a bottle to slam, look no further. I give this a 1 out of 5. Would absolutely get again.
All right. Mock, you didn't have anything to drink. Massey, did you?
I did not.
I don't have any alcohol.
Well, what'd you have to drink?
I've been sipping on broth for almost the entire day.
You're talking chicken?
No beef. Can't eat anything.
Is that real?
What?
You just been drinking beef broth?
I've been sipping on it. That and saltines.
Oh my god.
Dude, I can't keep anything else down.
No, but just drinking beef broth just sounds fucking terrible.
It's not great.
Nice and salty.
I mean, at least chicken, ramen or something like that. But beef broth, just
I tried the chicken. It's better. This one.
Have you tried just boiling some cans of tuna fish, having some tuna broth?
Oh,
I would recommend that for
Oh
Mark
my
first.
god.
nice
Come on,
hot tuna
Some
juice.
tuna?
It's the bone broth. What's this brand? Zoop.
Soup at the page.
Mass, you know what else is really good?
Well, it's not this, but what?
If you just boil Kyle's feet for 20 minutes.
No.
Make a good
All right,
skin
I'm gonna
stew.
actually step away for a couple minutes because I think I actually have to go throw up again now.
All right, well, I had the Bourbon County Backyard Stout from Goose Island. I think this is week 6 now of continuous Bourbon Counties on the show. Stout aged in bourbon barrels with allberries, boysenberries, and marionberries. So it is odd because it's almost reminiscent of a fucking barley wine, but with a slightly more sour component to it. It's definitely a stout, but it doesn't drink like one. It's almost a little too velvety and smooth for that. It's got a very interesting head on it when you pour it. The head is almost like a burgundy color, and the beer itself is like maroon. It's very weird. It's jammy for sure. No notes of coffee or oak at all. I would say you got to really be open to liking some obscure beers to be interested in enjoying this. I do. I would give it a 5 out of 5 for what it was, for how different it is. But on the Bourbon County scale, I would say it's probably closer to a 4. So there you go.
Very cool.
Where can they find us?
Find us on Facebook at Getting Sports with Drunk, Twitter and Instagram at GSWD_4.
Make sure to use the hashtag GSWD for all your daily uses. Whether it's thinking Kramer is the king of sitcoms over so many other greats and thinking Cheers is stupid like Kendall does.
Not true.
Or helping your abuelito.
Like, comment, subscribe on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify.
Wherever you can find Kendall's bad jokes, you can find us.
Don't have to look far.
Yeah, they're there.
Yeah. Oh.
And he wants to tell you about them.
I do.
Next week we'll do a very brief preview on our predictions of the Super Bowl and a little more discussion on what's gone down in the NBA and MLB over the past week, and then we'll just wrap up with some more fun stuff. But until then, I'm your hostess, Cupcake, the Riddler.
Mark.
Sheen Washable.
Nah.
That's Chris Massey.
And the Radford Baron. No.
Yeah.